What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, odd coincidence. I've had several people ask me about this one recently. And then out of nowhere, Perfume Box reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you have Ahmed al Maghribi Kaaf?" I said, "I don't, actually. It's funny that you mentioned that. I've had a lot of people ask me about my opinion on it." He's like, "All right, I'm going to send it to you." So, there we go. So, Perfume Box sent it my way. We've got Ahmed al Maghribi Kaaf. Spent a little time with it over the last couple of days, even wore it to the gym. And super familiar, immediately knew what it was similar to right away. And we're going to discuss that as we get into it. Now, of course, Perfume Box sending this my way has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm going to have to say about the fragrance, as you will see, because there's some things I like about it and there's some things I don't like about it. And we'll discuss it a little bit further. And if you're interested in checking it out, there's always a link and a code down below. But you don't have to make a purchase to watch this video. So let's talk about it. Stay tuned. So first things first, let's look at the bottle because I do like the bottle presentation. It has a cylinder style, very super light freshwater blue type of color to it. Eau de Parfum 100 milliliters, you can see. So we also have the Ahmed logo on the top. I do like the cap. It does hold well into place. It's plastic, but it's actually pretty well done. Atomizer does pretty good. Pressurized. No mistaking what this smells like. Let's talk about this scent. So when you spray this one, it's Percival, it's Fierce, it's Mont Blanc Legend, but there's twists. So this is much more aquatic than any of those. And the fruitiness here is a watermelon note, an artificial watermelon that I would relate closer to the watermelon Jolly Rancher side, but not as sweet. Like if you were to take the sugary side of a watermelon Jolly Rancher away and just have the artificial flavor without the sugar, is what I would relate this to. It's clean, it's musky and woodsy, but also very aquatic, and it's sharp. It's a synthetic smell. It's highly synthetic. I could see the potential of this being headache inducing for some, as is Fierce, as is Legend, as is Percival. While I wouldn't put this on par with Percival's quality for the money, I would indeed put it on par with Fierce and Legend, and I would take this over Legend, EDT, and Fierce because that aquatic accord gives that little something extra, that little twist that I do like. Again, I wouldn't take it over Percival. I wouldn't take it over Legend Blue. Minty Percival, basically, from Mont Blanc. That's the two that so I would put this smack dab in the middle of those five, is what I would say, as far as ranking them. Because I know people are going to ask, where do you like it better than this one? What about that one? So there's several examples. Again, artificial watermelon without the sugar. So sugarless Jolly Rancher. Just the artificial flavor, if that makes sense. Very musky, soft wood, a little fresh and spicy. Freshwater aquatic, not salty in any way. Pretty damn good. If you like those fragrances, any of the examples I gave, you're going to like this one. And you get a really nice bottle and atomizer presentation out of it. It's super affordable. It just smells really good. Now let's talk about the performance that I was actually very surprised by. So this one I anticipated because it's just so overwhelmingly powerful early. I expected immense longevity and sillage. And I was a little let down. That wasn't the case. It's actually a 5 to 6 hour fragrance and longevity. Now, it's so synthetic that could be nose fatigue. But I mean, can't detect it. Again, could be nose fatigue. I can't pick it up after about 6 hours, which is average. It's average performance, just not a beast like I thought it would be. Because at first, moderate to heavy. First hour, yeah, strong, easy on the sprays. You'll give yourself a headache before your nose wears out. You will give yourself a headache with this one. Not everybody, but I think a lot of people. If you spray this one heavy, just with reckless abandonment, and just go to town spraying this one, I sure did knock that cap off on my leg. So you'll probably give yourself a headache. So I'd be mindful. Less is more at first. You can always add more. And it's good for about an hour of that moderate to heavy projection. Then it starts to settle into a moderate to mild sillage. It goes from really strong to softer in about an hour to hour and a half. And then it's still detectable. I still get the occasional light whiff, but nothing where it's constantly reminding me is there. I do think there is a certain level of nose fatigue, could be extreme nose fatigue that I'm dealing with, because it's so powerful early. And I've had 3 different applications of this fragrance since I got it. And it's so overwhelmingly strong that I have to lean towards it's probably immense nose fatigue. It's just beating the hell out of my receptors in my nose. I really think that's what's going on here, guys, because some of you that have this, feel free to weigh in with your experiences. I'm sure I'm going to have the I can't smell it after an hour, and then I'm going to have the people, bro, I get 12 plus hours, man. If I spray my clothes, it's there for days. I'm sure I'll see both sides of the spectrum with that, which will just confirm that it's nose fatigue. Just certain fragrances you're more sensitive to than others, and I think I'm just really sensitive to this one. So, but I can detect a superpower for the first hour, and then all the way to the 5 to 6 hour range in longevity. So, again, I think it's pretty strong nose fatigue. It's just wearing my nose out, but I gotta clock it the way I can clock it. And that's been my experience, you know, moderate to heavy for an hour, 5 to 6 hours longevity, and then moderate to mild sillage. Final thoughts on Ahmed al Maghribi Kaaf. I believe it's Kaaf. I like the bottle, first and foremost, but that's not a big deal. It's just a nice little addition. That's a good bottle, aesthetically pleasing, good hold, you know, tactile, the whole 9. And then the atomizer is really good. As a fragrance enthusiast, you like a really good atomizer. You just do. The satisfaction of the spray. I mean, that's a satisfying spray. And it smells really good. But with that, it's done to death. It's a done to death fragrance. I have about a dozen fragrances that smell like it. Mercedes-Benz Man Intense, Mercedes-Benz Man. It just goes on and on. So many things that smell like Fierce. But it's a very good version. I'm going to give it a 7.75 out of 10. Very good, bordering great. If I had less nose fatigue to it, it would probably be every bit of an 8.5. But I got to clock the performance the way I can detect it, and the feedback I get around me from the wife, because I did ask her feedback 2 of the 3 times, which of course she loves it because she loves this DNA. This and the Silver Mountain Water DNA, her 2 favorites, right? So I think it's a worthy pickup. I would pick this up over Mont Blanc Legend EDT. I would pick this up over Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. I would not pick it up over Legend Blue. I would not pick it up over Percival. But Percival is so much more expensive than this. You got to keep that in mind. Percival's the GOAT, though. Percival is the GOAT. But if you want the most aquatic of the bunch, the most summer forward of the Fierce DNA, I think that's where this comes in because of that watermelon freshness with that marine accord. Makes for a pretty good fragrance. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on Ahmed al Maghribi. I was about to mess that up. Kaaf. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. I like it. We'll talk about it more in the weekly rotation because the day this goes out Saturday, weekly rotation is the following day. So we'll talk about it again tomorrow in tomorrow's video. So thank you again, Perfume Box, for sending this my way. I sure do appreciate it, giving me an opportunity to check it out because oddly enough, I've been getting asked about it sporadically over the last month or so, and then lo and behold, it gets offered up to me. It's like, sure, let's check it out. And here we are. So, again, there's a link and code down below if you're interested in checking it out. If not, I appreciate you checking out the video nonetheless. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you leave. We'll see you on the next one.